This is an explainer video of the Inbetweener app. When you open the app and it finishes loading, you'll be greeted with a 1920 x 1080 black canvas. You upscale the size of the final output images in another drawing app. We're doing animation here. Over on the top left-hand side, you'll see the brush tool. You can change it as needed with the slider under the brush button. Under the brush size, you'll see the color palette. At first glance, there are standard animation colors assigned to the palette. With the most recent update, there's been a color picker added. It's not shown in this earlier version has it available. The third tool is the eraser. This too can be changed in its size using its dedicated slider. Be sure to always click on your brush tool when drawing. The last tool is the shape tool. It's pretty much a marker style tool. When it's big, it can be used as a large hard brush. When it's small, it looks like specks or can be used for sparkles, rain, or whatnot. You can use its bigger sizes as a fill brush or to cover more of the canvas. The undo button will undo your latest actions. If you made a mistake, you can undo it. Be careful though, you cannot redo it this time. The undo only affects the current layer. If you leave the frame to another frame, it might not work well to undo. The clear frame button will clear out all the layers information and make the whole frame blank. A pop-up message will ask if this is what you want to do. Be careful and think it a bit over before you clear the canvas and frame. Remove frame will delete the entire frame, and the undo will not bring it back. Another pop-up message will appear and ask if this is what you want to do. Again, be careful and think it over for a bit before deleting. Just like the remove frame, there are more than one way to choose this action. For the duplicate frame, there are 3 ways that you can do this. The duplicate frames button, the button on the frame itself that looks like 2 papers, or the keystroke D on your keyboard. In the layers section, you can see and unsee each layer. You can arrange the layers to the order you need. You can add layers and delete layers. Like anything else you want to delete, a message will confirm with you before you delete the layer. Once it's gone, the whole project deletes that layer. If you add a layer, give it a name and put it in the order that you need it in. Remember, the top layer is the background layer and the bottom layer is the foremost layer, or it is the front layer. Moving to the bottom of the canvas, you'll find the timeline and buttons associated to it. Once you hit the play button or the spacebar on your keyboard, you'll play the animation. Every frame that is in the timeline will raise a bit when it's on the canvas, so you know where it is. There's also a green outline indicator on it. You can use the scrub bar to flip through the frames. Click on them individually to load it to the timeline, or what I suggest to use are your left and right arrow keys on your keyboard, left for the previous frame, and right for the next frame. It's a lot faster and when animating. Use these keys to flip the frames like paper. The timeline can be arranged as well. Drag and drop any frame to its desired place in the animation timeline. Click the Upload Image button to add any image supported to the current frame and layer. Be sure you want to use the image on that certain layer. Highlight the layer in Layers to activate it. Currently layers do not have opacity levels. Once the image is uploaded, it is rasterized and is able to be drawn on or erased over. Be sure to be on a different layer under the image layer you uploaded to so you do not destroy the image, unless that is what was intended. Always be mindful of what layer and frame you are using and is active or highlighted. The Export button will bring up a submenu. Your options are to export a .json file, which are your project files, or a PNG sequence.zip file, which contains all your project's frames in a compressed folder. I suggest you save these periodically. There is no autosave. The import.json file are your project files that you have created previously, or that you got from someone else who used the Inbetweener app to create it. Only .json files created with the Inbetweener app should be used. Always be cautious when sharing files online or offline. Be smart about it. The onion skin only works on transparent frames. To be honest, it's currently not the best tool. It's a bit buggy and needs some work. The frame speed or FPS input box will play your timeline animation at whatever given frame rate. Common rates are always an even number, with the exception of 3 frames per second. The last section is just some tool hints and keyboard shortcuts. Learn them to make your life animating in the Inbetweener app simpler and more efficient. JK, I hope you enjoyed listening to my fantastic voice. Have fun with drawing, it's not a race and you're doing great. Thanks for purchasing the app. I'm Chi, and later days. Welcome to your favorite place on the internet. I hope you can spare the change for this fucking amazing app, Inbetweener word animation app. All sales will help the continued development of this app to help make it a powerhouse suite.